Hello and welcome. Today's video is part 2 of a 3-part series focusing on ZYCOO CoolVox IP-PBX system and a major update which is version 3 firmware. In part 1 I talked about the new graphic user interface and the new wizard that comes along with version 3 software. Today I'm going to talk about ultra zero touch installation of some of the endpoints such as H-series phones and EX16S expansion boxes. There is a part 3 video which will focus more on the advanced features available through CoolVox IP-PBX. What's new in version 3? Well, there's a quick setup wizard now included in the product. I demonstrated this in video 1. There's also a greatly improved user interface which you saw partly in video 1 and you'll see more in this video and video 3. The new user portal allows things such as click to dial and a window pop-up, and what we will focus on today, which is the ultra zero touch installation capabilities available through version 3 firmware. Part 2 then, ultra zero touch installations. First, I'd like to talk about provisioning. There's two options really around provisioning available on the system. We have the quick register code, which I'll go into further detail on later, but allows you to input 3-digit PIN code on the H-series phones, and they effectively do the remainder of the setup. And then there's phone provisioning, so you can click to detect IP phones and other ZYCOO products from within the GUI, such as H-series phones, EX16S and the iSpeaker, and you can activate these en masse. Quick register codes are a great way to provision phones. The codes themselves are accessed via the IP extensions section of the GUI, and by providing just a quick register code on the H81 and H83 models, you can quickly configure the IP phone with CoolVox. Using traditional phone provisioning, you can configure all ZYCOO IP phone models with a fraction of the time just by clicking on the scan button. Phones will be automatically detected and you simply need to select an extension. Let me give you a demonstration of some of the great new features. First, I need to log into the GUI. Under telephony, I will select extensions and then phone provisioning. Here's something important to note. If phone provisioning is switched on, then the quick register codes will not work, so you need to disable this. Now go on to the IP extension tab, and here you see the quick register codes. It is possible to export these codes, so if you want to, for instance, send these to site for a local engineer to install, or even directly to the customer. And here you can see the PIN codes for all the extensions within the CoolVox system. So here I have a H81 phone. I click on view and type in the quick access code. I'm going to let this run in real time so you get a feel for how long this process actually takes. So the phone initially reboots. Okay, so the phone's rebooted. Now initially it's saying SIP register failed, but you just need to be patient here. Notice the L1 light is flashing as well, so that indicates there's no registration at the moment. There you go, the light's gone, solid green, and if we check, I can see it's registered as extension 104, great. So here's an H83, and the process is very, very similar. So I enter my quick setup code. So the phone is rebooting. And again, notice as the phone reboots initially, it is showing SIP register failed. And there is a flashing red light at the top left. And look, there it's gone solid. So this phone is provisioned. Next, I'd like to demonstrate a mass deployment using IP provisioning. Here you can see I have a selection of H81 and H83 phones. I'll log into the GUI and go to Extensions, Phone Provisioning. Scan the network. Here you can see all the phones that were picked up. So the first one is a H81 and I'm going to assign it an extension. The next one. Again, this is an H81. This is the first of the H83s. As you can see with the H83s, there's 4 lines, and you can actually set these individually. So here I've assigned extension 104, 105, 106, and 107. And there, I'll activate them. Now let's take a look at the phones to see what's happening. You can see the phones are now rebooting all at the same time. Once rebooted, the phones will start to configure themselves. Phones reboot again. Like we saw earlier, the phones are initially displaying SIP register failed with a green flashing light. There you go, I see a solid green light, so that phone is registered, as is the one at the back. And as you can see, they're gradually all coming online. There's the H83 online, fully registered to the CoolVox system. Yes, again, registered to extension 102. So that's it, they all look as if they've successfully registered. You can check that if we look on the switchboard on the CoolVox GUI. There you can see all the phones showing as registered. Simple mass deployment. Next, I'd like to talk about provisioning for the EX16S analog gateway from ZYCOO, which allows you to configure legacy analog phones automatically. Just again, by click on scan, you can automatically configure all analog phones with CoolVox, provided they are attached to a EX16S gateway. I'd like to give you a demonstration of this. So first, log into CoolVox version 3. Again, telephony, extensions, across the top you will see expansion box. Scan. This will now detect EX16S boxes on the network. So I've selected 2 extensions. I'll submit that. And I need to activate it to make it live. So now we have 2 of the 16 ports on the gateway configured for use with analog phones. Let's go back to the switchboard, and here you can see both extension 101 and 102, which are on the EX16S gateway, both provisioned and working. Finally, I'd like to demonstrate provisioning of the ZYCOO iSpeaker. Now this follows a very similar process to what we've just seen for the EX16S gateway. So let's log back into CoolVox version 3 GUI. Again, I need to go to telephony, extensions. However, this time I need to choose phone provisioning. So I'll make a scan, see what's on the network. And CoolVox has detected a device. So let's have a look what options we've got. There you go, iSpeaker. And we can assign it with an extension number. I'll submit that. There you go, it says it's configured. So we shall activate the device. There you go, status is activated. So there you go, that concludes today's video. I'm sure you'll agree there's some great features now built into version 3 to allow you to quickly and seamlessly deploy endpoint devices to your customers. I hope you found this video useful. Please do watch part 3 in the series, where we'll focus on some of the advanced features included in CoolVox version 3 firmware. Thanks for your time and goodbye.